More discovery tonight in the Casey Anthony case. This time, private investigator Dominic Casey takes center stage. 80 pages of new documents in the state's case against Casey Anthony. This time, the Anthony's private investigator is getting grilled by investigators.
Police wanted to know why Dominic Casey was searching that same area where Kaylee's remains were found in December, 1 month earlier in November. And cops were fishing for info on how the Anthonys reacted when they found out a child's remains had been found. Holly Bristow has been all over this story. She continues to find new angles for us tonight. Holly.
Well, Keith, in these documents, Dominic Casey tells investigators that he was the first person to break the news to Cindy and George Anthony that something was found in the woods down the street from their home. As seen in this home video, Dominic Casey told investigators that he searched this area of woods off of Suburban Drive 3 times in November. That was just 1 month before a meter reader found Kaylee's remains. Dominic Casey swore to investigators that he never found Kaylee. You may remember George and Cindy Anthony were in California for a national television appearance when a child's remains were found by that meter reader at the end of their street. Dominic Casey says he broke the news to the Anthonys on the phone just before they boarded a plane home. When the Anthonys landed back in Orlando that day, they were met at the airport by the Orlando police. Dominic Casey met them down the road from the airport. George and Cindy Anthony were very upset, he says. Arrangements had been made by the Kinfinders public relations representative for the Anthonys to stay at the Ritz-Carlton. George, Cindy, and Lee Anthony sat down to dinner that night with Lee's girlfriend Mallory, Dominic Casey, and their other PI, James Hoover, as well as a producer from ABC News. Dominic Casey described the mood as being very somber. Casey Anthony's attorney, Jose Baez, stopped by during that dinner to tell the Anthonys that he had met with their daughter that day. The Anthonys stayed at the Ritz Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Dominic Casey says the Anthonys went to church on Sunday. He then escorted them home Sunday night. Now, investigators grilled Dominic Casey as to who paid for their hotel bill for the weekend at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. His answer, ABC News. Investigators then asked if ABC News paid for a story or video or pictures. Dominic Casey told investigators no. He says he was insured by that producer there, that there was no ulterior motive, but he says he didn't buy that answer.
All right, thanks, Holly. We know you keep following it for us. Another mass